Mbata is still a newcomer in the system. Elected or appointed recently as Ohaneze, president worldwide. And you don't expect him to just jump into that kind of, let me say, political, quest. It's a political thing if Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu today. And we know that Mbata is still a stranger in the political terrain of Ohane's, presidency. He should be allowed to do his, at least research, case study, into that kind of, in that context, to know how he is going to fit in, not just coming and jumping and start ordering Tinubu or making requests or visiting or bombarding us to rock. That they should release him and they can no allow him to relax, to be. There are many briefings Mbata is needed right now in that regard of Nnamdi Kanu's senseless, illegal incarceration by the federal government of Nigeria. I think Mbata is one for Igbo. He will at least, make his own research too well. Ask questions. They need to feed. He is needed to, be fed with many informations, so that we will not fall into misguided, let me say, briefings that will take our Biafra agitation to nowhere. So let us study him too, because that kind of behavior, there's a way you follow a man. Bibles, not even Bible, Igbo adage says, when a fowl, chicken, comes into a place that is so strange to eat as a chicken, he stands with one leg. Mbata's silence could not be likened, to be, let's say, cowardice, or, carelessness or negligence over Nnamdi Kanu's condition. No, it should not be regarded as negligence over Nnamdi Kanu's predicament. He's just a newcomer. I don't think Mbata is up to 1 month on that seat. Barely weeks. And all eyes are on him to know where he is going to direct his game plans. So he's doing case studies on that to know how to tackle this government that is full of fallacy. When you see people that are not well endowed with wisdom and knowledge, you sit up to know how you should tackle them or interact with them. Tinubu government is full of, let me say, people without knowledge of justice, people without knowledge of humanity, people without knowledge of transparency, people without knowledge of accountability. Tinubu administration is studded, packed, fully packed with political rogues. Look at his cabals. Do you have an Igbo man as a cabal in Tinubu regime? He's a lie. Let me tell you, Umahi is not among the cabal. Among the people that are proffering advice, suggestions to Tinubu, Tinubu is surrounded by Lagos crooked boys, headed by Bayo Nonoga, Bajabia Miller, Dela Alake, the so-called redeemed pastor that is heading EFCC currently, and other, let me say, inexperienced on the faces of transparency. Politics has to be done or played with accountability and transparency. But all these cabals surrounding this man, they lack experience of what it takes to embrace justice, what it takes to embrace charismatic leadership. Leadership that everybody will be. No, that will be plausible and credible. I don't know what to understand. Their performances currently, all the cabals, Lagos boys surrounding Tinubu, are not plausible. It is not their performances are not plausible at all. Nobody is giving kudos to what they are doing this time around. Everybody is frowning at them because they are all heartless men. I'm telling you that Nigerians are dying. You can actually see that somebody is dying in incarcerated for over 4 years. Tell me if actually Nnamdi Kanu breathe his last now, how the whole world will react. You think that Igbo man will be smiling?
That reminds me, Mr. Ralph, that news that we had yesterday, we're trying to say confirming that Nnamdi Kanu has been moved to
Beg.
DSS torture office, where he was being presented with several documents to jettison Biafra and seek for his own freedom, which he turned down. He said those signatures are at the surprise of DSS at the torture center in Abuja, where he was moved to secretly. He condemned and tore those documents and refused to sign to give out to destroy Biafra for his own personal freedom. Everybody were amazed at that. You know, is that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu has not been released? Because he refused to sign some of these proposals that were brought to him by these people so that he can regain his own
Not
personal
less,
freedom.
not less, not less. Those findings recently are more, and more reasons why Nnamdi Kanu is still down at DSS facility in Abuja. Yes, it is. Many more revelations about Kanu's, resilience as a good leader of Biafra today are coming. Those just are few of them because we actually find out he was given so billions of naira undisclosed to us. He was given so numbers of oil wells undisclosed. The numbers are undisclosed to us. Kanu turned it down and later his lawyer opened up. Kanu has been bribed and been bribed. They have been bribing Kanu right from 2021. He was arrested. 2022, they were bribing him. 23, 24, and so on and so forth. Presently, they are still bribing Kanu, MNK. And you should actually understand the body language, the game planning, the gambling attitude of the current Nigerian president, that he can gamble with even a dead body. He had, in the past, made move. Immediately he assumed office towards bribing the Igbo man. Igbo man was roundly, generally believed in Nigeria as what? People that collect bribe. They can take bribe. They can accept bribe. Is it not Igbo? If you see now, dying, yelling for death, gasping for oxygen, immediately you throw 1,000 naira or coins on the floor, he will wake up. These are mere accusations, falsified ones. Yes, billowed high and jettisoned by the people of Southwest that Igbo man loves money, loves bribe. Today we've seen it. Who loves money past? Who is loving money more in Nigeria? Who turns down money more in Nigeria? Are we not seeing the Igbos excelling? Yes, on the faces of diligence, hard working, and all that. We've seen the money lovers in Nigeria. They're not hiding. They know themselves now that they love money is not Igbo man again. We've seen people that are accepting bribe, even up to the people in the house of God. We've seen whom they are in Nigeria today. Not Igbo man again, no. We've seen that they have been collecting money from the corrupt government administrations of Buhari and Tinubu currently. Even in the church, we know them. And God is the one that did it. God has exposed many things in the previous administration of Buhari and the current administration of Tinubu. Who loves money? Who can die for money in Nigeria? God has made it open. Igbo man is a man that is working hard, believes in what he makes out of his what? Hands. When you soil your hands with sand, what is the next? Your mouth will be oily. That is what Igbo man believes. Akajaja, hands that mix up with sands. We bring oily mouth, a mouth that is full of oil. That is Igbo man today. Nigerians have known who loves money past among the three tribes, Wazobia. Nigerians have known who can die as a result of fake, blind religious ideology disaliving people unnecessarily, ruthlessly in Nigeria. We know whom the tribes are. Nigerians have now known who can work hard, come time, come rain, hustling in the sun, making his money out of his sweat and his works, his experience on entrepreneurship. We know who that person is among this tribe. He worked hard. He has converted his community into small London with his sweat and money. We know whom that person is among the Wazobia. We know who has been in government, federal agencies, stealing money, boggling public fund, people's sweat money, dipping their hands into public funds, stealing money on daily basis. Yet they are accusing innocent Igbo man. And God has exposed all of them. Nnamdi Kanu could never, ever have accepted anything like bribery in Nigeria. Nigerian government cannot bribe him because he's an Igbo man. He's so resilient to believe on what he stands for as an Igbo man. He dare not ask Igbo man how, what he does to make his money. Igbo man is a business man. Igbo man can go into the most interior part of the world to make money. Yes, that is Igbo. Igbo man does not steal public fund. There are people that are stealing, making Nigeria dry, confusing Igbo politicians in the Southeast to align with them, stealing allocation going down Southeastern Nigeria. And Igbo man is resilient today, very diligent and assiduous, working hard, converting all the communities around the Southeast into New York, into Japan. Look at what Abba is doing. Look at what Alexos is doing. The best governor among all the governors of the Federation of Nigeria. He assumed office under 6 months. He converted Abia State into small London. Abba is working. Look at our seaport. International port is emanating on that high velocity. Nigeria has refused to give Anambra State International Airport so that they will bring us down from what we are well known for. Nigeria has refused to make Umweri Cargo Airport international because of jealousy, because of enviousness. They don't want us to excel. They want us to be stagnated, looking at dirty and unkept like animal keepers. We don't keep animals. We keep better animals, but we run business high. We don't run business down. We manage companies high to excel on the basis of productivity. Yes, that's who we are. We don't run companies down. We don't wear collar, suit, assume office selling the money, use biro, running people's companies and industries that are handed over onto us, running it down, thinking we are smart. When they are rogues, they say they are smart. When they are robbing Nigerians, they say they get sense. Nnamdi Kanu will never accept any bribe. Fulani get sense, good. Hausa get sense, it is good for them now. It don't show. Igbo man, he loves money. Go to Anambra State and tell me how many projects, yes, initiated by federal in Igbo land. The whole buildings, the whole industries, who are the owners in Igbo land? Now federal government get them. Okay, now Dangote company get them. How many companies of Dangote companies are situated in the southeastern Nigeria? None. Yes. All the productive industrial manufacturing companies, industries in the southeastern Nigeria are managed by the Igbos. Yes. None is from federal government of Fulani. All the political leaders in Igbo land, they are all dancing to the costumes of the Fulani hegemony, and under the tutelage of Fulani hegemony or oligarchy, they are all living in bondage. The whole governors of the Southeast, they are all living in bondage. Because you don't pay by the blood of Igbo youth in the communities, the Fulani man will not accept you to at least integrate you into the ruling class. of the country called Nigeria. All those official positions in the ministries and other federal agencies, they are going to share it among themselves. Unless you surrender Ebonyi communities, prune them to Fulani headers attack. That is when you become one of the Buharis. That is when Elfai accepts you. That was why David Umahi allowed construction, building on citation of one of the biggest mosques in Nigeria today, to betray his brothers into a strange religion that our forefathers had no knowledge about. They who mind history will actually not forgive you. The current governor of Ebonyi State, the political and Nigerian forces that convinced those families, community members that were disallowed last week by the Fulani herders. History is not going to forgive them because we must actually document all these informations for providence and the history.